In this video, I'm going to show you how we can take basic piano chords like these and use rhythm and fills to turn them into something more contemporary sounding, like this. Okay, let's dive into it. Hi, if you don't know me, my name is Matt Hodge, and for the last 15 years, I've been a music professor and a professional piano player and a private piano coach and teacher. And I love helping piano players of all ages, all experience level, find the joy of piano. And this video is based on a very common question I get asked a lot from my piano students and my piano clients. I get a lot of questions surrounding how do I take basic chords I know and I want to play them more in a contemporary style? How do I have piano fills that sound like what you would hear in rock music, in pop music, in country music, just wanting to sound cool? So let's dive into it. Okay, the first step is we need to know what are our chords. So for this video, I just chose 4 chords that are all in the same key signature. So I chose E major as my key signature for this video. So my 4 chords are E major, E, G sharp, B, C sharp minor, C sharp, E, G sharp, B major, B, D sharp, F sharp, and A major, A, C sharp, E. Now, if you need help finding chords, how to build chords, what chords are in what scale, I have a free PDF for you that I created for you, my YouTube viewers. The link to download that free PDF is in the video description below, so make sure you download that. It's called The Ultimate Intro Guide to Piano. It's a big 24-page PDF that I created, and in there I show you all of the chords and all the scales, so I've done all this work for you, okay? So download that, totally free, and it'll really help you with this video. Okay, now that we know what the chords are, the next step is adding a magic note. I call it a magic note because I just think it elevates chords to a whole new level. We're gonna add a special note to every chord. Now, if you have watched more of my YouTube videos, you'll probably guess what note we're gonna add. It's going to be the added to. I love adding this note. It's not the only note we can add to chords, but it is by far, I would argue, the most famous, the most popular note to add to chords, especially in a contemporary piano sound. So I'm going to show you how you find it. So let's start with our first chord, E, G sharp, B. Well, chords are built on a bottom note, a middle note, a top note. So we call that a 1, 3, 5. So when I say the 1 of a chord, that means what's the bottom note? The 3 is the middle. The 5 is the top. So when we add a 2, that means we are finding what note could be between the bottom note and the middle note. If the bottom is 1 and the middle is 3, I need to add 2. Now, this is where this PDF can also help you if you don't know scales and key signatures. Because look, if this is my bottom note, this is my middle note, and I need to choose a note that's in between them, well, how do I know which note? Because look, it could be that note, could be that note, could be that note. We can have 2 or 3 different options. So how do I know which one to choose? The riddle is you have to figure out which note is actually in the key signature of that chord that would start on that 1. So for example, if we're doing an E major chord, then that means I need to find that E major key signature or E major scale. It correlates. And then I ask myself, well, in an E major scale, which of those 3 options are in an E major scale? And the answer would be not F, not G, it'd be F sharp. So I choose F sharp, which means now my E major chord is going to have an E, G sharp, B, but now I'm gonna add that F sharp. Whew. It gives it what I call a shimmer. I love the added to so much. It's gonna change your life as a piano player. So that is our first chord, E, G sharp, B, but we also have an F sharp in there. Now, the next chord, C sharp minor, it's the same philosophy. The bottom note is the 1, the middle note is the 3, the top note is the 5. So now we have to ask ourselves, okay, if this is 1, this is 3, which of these notes is going to be my 2? Well, again, I ask myself, whatever the chord is, which of those notes would be on that scale? So there are major scales and there are minor scales. So we're playing a C sharp minor chord. So now I ask myself, which of these notes would be in a C sharp minor scale? Again, I've done that work for you. So if you don't know scales or key signatures, that free PDF has it. I have all the major scales, all the minor scales. So if you don't know, you would look there and you would go, okay, is it D or is it D sharp? The answer is D sharp. That is in a C sharp minor scale. So now we have C sharp, E, G sharp as our C sharp minor, but that added second is the D sharp. Let's do the exact same thing for the next chord. B major, B, D sharp, F sharp. I got my 1 note, I got my 3 note, I got my 5 note. Now I find the 2. Okay, in between the bottom, middle, well, I got 3 different options. Which one? I'm playing a B major scale, so which of those notes would be in a I'm playing a B major chord, so which of those notes would be in a B major scale? And if you don't know, you go to the PDF, you look at the B major scale, and boom, it's not C, it's not D, it's C sharp. So now we have B, D sharp, F sharp, with an added 2, which is C sharp. Then our last chord, A major. We got the 1, we got the middle, we got the top, A, C sharp, E. Then what's the added 2? A is the bottom, C sharp is the middle. I got 2 different options for the 2. Which one is it? Well, if I'm playing A major scale, I figure out which of those notes is in an if I'm playing an A major chord, which of those notes is in an A major scale? And the answer would be B. So now we have A, C sharp, E with a B. Okay, so now we have found the added 2 for all 4 chords. Now we're gonna have fun with it. So we're going to add rhythm in 2 different ways. We're first going to add rhythm by doing this. This is our E major chord. We're going to do what I call a bounce down. It's this. So we're going to that bottom note, that's going to be the note we keep bouncing down to. So if it's E major chord, that bottom note E, that's what we're going to bounce down to. So the up part of it, where we're bouncing from, is going to be the rest of the notes. So we have that added to that F sharp, that middle note G sharp, and B. So we're doing the 2, 3, 5 together, and then bouncing down to the 1. And we're going to alternate. Okay, and you're going to do that. You're going to do that 3 times. Okay? Then on the 4th time, you're going to do something different. It's not going to be a bounce. It's going to be what I call a roller coaster. We're going to go up and down. So you're going to do this. You're going to start on the 2 and go 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay? And when you hit that 2 to start that roller coaster, that wave, you also hit the top note, the 5. And then you just hold the 5 as the finger does the wave. Yeah? Okay, and while you're doing that, in the left hand, you are just going to have the bottom note that you're gonna hold. I like to do it in octaves. This is really common and popular to do in rock music, pop music, gives it some bass. So I have E on my left hand, I'm just holding E. So I hit E when I hit my right hand. And then what I do is I hit that E again when I start the roller coaster. So that means when you start the roller coaster, your left hand, that 2 note that starts the roller coaster and the top note are all getting hit together. But then the left hand and the top note just hold while starting on that 2, you do the roller coaster. So it's like this. Okay, now we're going to apply that exact same thing to the next chord, C sharp minor. My left hand is just going to do C sharp, the bottom note, in octaves. Now, my right hand, we had C sharp, E, G sharp, and we realized D sharp was that second note. So now first we do that bounce. Okay, C sharp is the note we bounce down to. And you do that 3 times, and then you do the roller coaster. So you hit the top note, you hit that 2, and then let the 2 do the roller coaster. 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so notice how the roller coaster, it's doing all the same notes as what this was. It's just doing it in a different way. Okay, so C sharp minor would be the exact same thing. You do the bounce down 3 times and then the wave. And the left hand, the first time you hit the left hand is at the beginning of it, that first bounce down, and then you hit it again when you start the roller coaster wave. Yeah? Now again, as we go through this, it's fine if you need to go slow. Just take each chord one at a time, pause it, and then try the next one. Our next chord, B, the exact same math, same philosophy. If it's B major, B is going to be in my left hand in octaves. My right hand, I have that B, D sharp, F sharp. We found the second, which was C sharp. So now I'm going to first do the bounce down 3 different times. And then that roller coaster. So. And that B, that left hand, hits when you do the first bounce and then when you do the roller coaster. And then the last chord, A major, the exact same thing again. A is in my left hand. My right hand, I have A, C sharp, E. That second is that B. So first I'm gonna do the bounce down. So I got the 2, 3, 5 here. Bouncing down to that A, and then the roller coaster. Remember, when you start the roller coaster, you hit the top note along with the 2. And then you do that roller coaster. Okay, so first try each chord just by itself. Oh, sorry. And then try the next one. And then the next one. And then the next one. Okay, and then what you want to work up to is make sure that you're holding the pedal down for each chord. So for example, while I'm doing all of the E major stuff, I hold the pedal down. My pedal is down for that. And then you hit the pedal down again, you bring the foot up and down for when you change chords. But the goal is, can you then, once you feel comfortable doing each chord individually, can you then do that together, where you can go from one chord to another and stay in time and make it feel smooth. So eventually you want to get up to this. And whenever you're ready to end it, I just did an E major chord, but I did it down here because we feel like we keep going down in the keyboard. And look, I just did that 2, 3, 5, and the 1 in the left hand again. And then if you get really good at this, then do this all over again, but choose 4 different chords. Choose another key signature, use that free PDF I have to help you. Choose another key signature, choose 4 different chords, and then have fun, okay? So, let me know how you did. So I want you to do me a couple of favors. First, let me know in the comments how you did with this. I love chatting with you. I read every comment. I try to reply to every comment. Let me know how this activity worked for you, okay? It's okay to have to stop and restart and rewatch stuff. Okay, that's the beautiful thing about videos. Also, make sure you download that PDF, okay? It's totally free and it's gonna really help you. I've done all the work for you. I tell you what notes are in every scale and every chord, so definitely download that at the link below. Also, there's another link below in the video description if you're interested in doing a private piano lesson with me. Every week I do virtual piano lessons with clients and students, so I'd love to work with you no matter what your age or experience level. So click the link in the video description to find out more information about that. Do all of the fun YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that stuff. It really matters to me. And let's keep this piano party going, okay? I want you to click on the video now showing up on the screen where I show you even more cool stuff you can do with chords. I'll see you over there, and until next time, my friends, keep making music.